Welcome. Now we shall do some revision of theorem of Pythagoras. So here we have a right angle triangle. Theorem of Pythagoras works only in right angle triangle. Now we know this is a right angle triangle because the right angle is marked. Okay. Now firstly, this is the longest side in the right angle triangle. So it's nice to mark your long side in a special color. And later on you'll see why this is a very good habit to do that. Mark your hypotenuse in another color. And this is actually the hypotenuse. Hypoteneuse. And for short, we're just going to call it H. This and this we're going to call other side. O-T-H-E-R, other side. So we're going to call it OS. I'll put it in bracket. And this is also other side. Which we shall call OS. Now what does the theorem of Pythagoras say? It says hypotenuse squared is equal to the other side squared plus other side squared. Or it can be written other side squared plus other side squared is equal to hypotenuse squared. You can write it like this, or you can write it like that. Now you will write it like this when you want to calculate hypotenuse. So this is to calculate hypotenuse. You see, we will learn to work smart, not hard. So if we work like this, we're working smart to calculate H. We'll use that to calculate other side. Alright, so let's take an example and see how we're using the theorem of Pythagoras. Suppose we were given this right angle triangle here. You were told that this side is 3 and you were told that side is 4. You were given this right angle triangle here, let's call it number 1. And you are asked to calculate the hypotenuse. Calculate hypotenuse. We won't write it in full, we'll just write it in short, hypotenuse. So you're going to find H. So you will use this formula here. So H squared is equal to the other side squared plus the other side squared, which is equal to 3 squared plus 4 squared. Now put that in the calculator. Please use the calculator. You have paid money, use your investment. 3 squared plus 4 squared, put it in the calculator. You'll end up with 25. Now H squared is 25. H squared is 25. So H is equal to square root of 25, which is 5. So that is one kind of question where you're going to calculate hypotenuse. Alright, so that's one kind of question. Now let's see what's the other kind of question you can get in theorem of Pythagoras. Well, the other kind of question you'll get is like this. Number 2, you will be given a right angle triangle, and suppose you are told that is 10 and you are told that is 6 and that is a right angle triangle. Calculate the missing side. Now clearly, say the question says find x. So this is actually the hypotenuse. So this is other side and that's also other side. So it's better to start with this formula now because you are trying to find other side. So you use this. So other side squared plus other side squared is equal to hypotenuse squared. So let's go from one side. That is 6. 6 squared plus Oh, sorry, this side is x. So what we'll do, we'll write x squared. That side is 6, this side is x. So you write x squared is equal to the hypotenuse, which is 10 squared. Now you are solving for x. So you'll say x squared is equal to 10 squared minus 6 squared. You must know your equations. You must also know equations if you're learning trigonometry. You must know equations. X squared is equal to 10 squared minus 6 squared. Put that in the calculator. When you put that in the calculator, you'll get 64. Now, x squared is 64. So x is equal to square root of 64, which is equal to 8. Alright, so those are the two kinds of questions that you're going to get in theorem of Pythagoras. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you an exercise. And remember that the answer will not always be a whole number. Sometimes the answer is going to be a decimal fraction, or sometimes we'll tell you leave the answer in third form. So just read the question carefully. So after this, I will give you 4 examples to do where you're going to use the theorem of Pythagoras just to refresh your memory, and then we'll continue. This is called basic pre-knowledge that you must have before you do trigonometry. Okay, sit back and relax, and then we'll give you the exercise.